Hello, greetings. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. You're on to Augustine again, one of the many voices within the Simply Brilliant community. And as always, I do come to give us a summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting, which was on the 15th of May 2023. Within the next few minutes, I'm going to summarize how the mass adoption meeting went. And if there are people who have questions to ask or comments to make, you are welcome to ask your questions and I'll do my best to respond. All right. Yesterday's mass adoption meeting, as always, was anchored by the Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community in the person of Bederick. And the administration was, of course, is always there to give us proper details of the present status quo of the community and where we're moving uh, next. So the beginning of the meeting, the administration had a tete-a-tete with the Chief Justice, like a talk, just a normal interaction, So the summary of the interaction was to know how the community felt concerning the promo. And Bederick was of the opinion that it was a positive one and that people are kind of excited, and the momentum is building. So the administration was quite, impressed, and he was happy to see that the numbers are building. So he gave us feedback, telling us that he's hoping that the consistency will continue. That is, the number of people growing the community will continue, which are the builders. And he tried to encourage everyone to be a builder in the community. He wants everyone to take part in building the community. He made us understand that we are self-funded and our external funds do not come from outside. It doesn't come from the World Bank or the Bank of International Settlements or the IMF. It is purely from us. That is the reason why we are building this economy, and then after which, those of us who come in early and make the sacrifice will become pioneers. Or would I call you administrators? Whichever name you want to call it. And that's where we are building. Within the next few months, we are going to build up those numbers and we move over to the next phase, which is the billionaire category. So there was something the administration tried to show us, which I'm going to also show us. Now, I'll be sharing my screen. And then when I share my screen, I'll refer to the blog. Sorry, I'll refer to the core team section. And then on the core team section, he was trying to say that there was a poster he gave, and that poster said that we're looking to see that the number of people who are coming into the community or who are paying will be much more compared to those who are making withdrawals. So let me quickly go to the blog so that we can look into it and then, try to explain what the administration wanted to show us. And I think it was this particular May promo, which I'll be sharing with us now. And when you scroll down, yeah, this was it. I think it's still coming up. To get the millions of dollars within your JoyG Match account, it will take a larger group making monthly payments against a smaller group making withdrawals. And this is large group making monthly payments and small group making withdrawals. So the administration was of the opinion that as at now, the reverse is the case. And I'm going to show us what I mean by the reverse is the case. So we're going back to the core team section. And when you go to the core team section and scroll down, you'll find out that the core team comprises of 11,111, backup team 5,000, and then as at now, the rotator 22 is 3,671. And it is expected that the rotator 23 should be able to grow to the point where it will be more than the core team, backup team, and the rotator team 2022. And as at now, I speak, they are just 3,404. And this was the reason why the administration said that the builders are necessary, and that without the builders, the community will be stuck, you know. So he made us understand that the incentives that has been given is going to be for a while. I mean, for a while, as long as it promotes the growth in the community, and that anyone who is qualified to get these incentives, and has not yet gotten it, should write to the support team, and then it should also go to a member helper. And that with a member helper, it's going to be easy, because a number of people made some complaints yesterday, that they have not yet received it. So we quickly go back again to the blog so that we can see the condition. Peradventure, you fall into this category and it's been a day or more, you've not yet received it. So I think we should go back to the promo and define the promo again. I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to show us a particular caveat. I don't know how many of us take time to look through the blog, but it's necessary we do. So I'm going to start with, we have a very exciting May promo for the builders in our SBC community. Qualified builders will start getting $5 a day in JoyG, paid directly to their MetaMask wallet. And yours truly is a beneficiary. Right from the day this particular program began or promotion began, I've been fortunate to be getting that. And I'm also sure that a good number of us are beneficiaries. And I also want to give a quick one. If you're getting $5, doesn't mean that that's it and that you should just calm down and relax. No, there are two responsibilities that every builders in this community should have. Number one, growing the community is our utmost responsibility. And then number two, to see that all the downlines we have brought in are properly informed. I mean, informed per time. And the information is your ability to go for mass adoption meeting. And if you are called upon, ask questions, and then feedback will be given to you by the administration. And then there should be a brotherly or a sisterly or a family relationship between the uplines and the downlines. It is the responsibility of the uplines to keep himself abreast with the activities going on in the community, so that at every given time their downline reaches out to them, they can quickly give them an answer that is in line with what the system has to offer. Okay, so let me quickly continue. All members should put their receiving JoyG wallet address into the tab on the SBC balance and rewards in KCBO if they are prompted to becoming a builder, so that we can start paying $5 a day to the qualified builders once they meet the qualifications. You will have that in your SBC rewards and tab once you have met the criteria. Now let's find out what the criteria is. To qualify as a builder, you plus 2 of your personal referrals must complete a May Billionaire program fee payment, and then you will be paid $5 a day starting at that point. And now to the wallet address provided. Yes, advance payments made before are counted towards being qualified. Yes, advance payments made before are counted towards being qualified, as long as those advance payments cover the entire month of May, cover the entire calendar month of May. So to be clear, this is not a $5 payment by every 2 personal referrals, even though I still think that people should make efforts to bring in more than 2. Work within your capacity to grow the community as a builder. If you have more than 2 personal referrals, we thank you. But it is a $5 a day per builder, regardless of how many other personal referrals they have. So of course, if you're having to, you meet the simple criteria. Now, since this is a single month May promo, for now, it will require May payment of all 3. And those 3 are, number 1, the builder plus 2 personal referrals. So in other words, it is going to be 3 builders. Of course, because bringing in 2 personal referrals and those ones come in and do nothing, you are shortchanging the intent of this promotion. Everybody now are supposed to become builders in the community. And if you are not a builder in the community, then you are going to stifle yourself. Yes, you are going to stifle yourself, because you would be waiting endlessly without getting any results. So it is not advisable that these two personal referrals come in, and all they do is wait for the miracle to happen and then for the builders to build. It's not advisable. It's not also advisable that this builder gets his reward, and when he gets his reward, he uses his reward to pay for his two lines and then keep them ignorant. It's not advisable. Everybody's hand should be on deck. Everybody's hand should be on deck. For us to be able to grow fast, there are some people out there who are not willing to make any building. They don't want to do anything, but somehow they've made up their minds not to also fall off. And it is the builders that the community is strongly depending upon now to see that the success of this community, happens the fastest time possible or the quickest time possible. And in order not to make those people wait for too long, it's strongly advised that the builders help build. And we also want more builders. We want people who will be able to duplicate as fast as possible. All right, let's summarize on this so that we go into the next thing. Now, two builders, in fact, three builders, which are the first builder and then his two personal referrals, to trigger the start of $5 a day. Even brand new members can qualify and get paid as builders in this May promo. Now, where am I supposed to be? Okay, I don't want to go into so much details of this. There is something else I also want to get full clarifications on so that people will get it. I don't know if people are paying attention. There was something that someone asked yesterday, and that's what I want to clarify. Now, it is this particular place. Now, does your KCBO account have a May 2023 expiration date? Then you are not qualified. Does your two personal referrals have a May 2023 expiration date? Again, you are not qualified, which is disqualified. Make sure that you and both of your personal referrals have expiration dates greater than May 2023 to be qualified. Like June 2023 expiration date would work. So I think what the administration is implying is that he wants to ensure that not only builders, but the strong builders, let me make use of that word, the strong builders. And if you ask me, who are the strong? The strong are those who pay at least more than 1 month. They are able to pay possibly 2 months or more. And then if your account is having an expiration date of the month of June, then that clearly means you qualify for this promo. So these are the terms that the administration has given out. Some people complain and are saying that my account is expiring on the 29th, some of them on the 30th, and they are not happy with the fact that the administration is saying only those that their accounts will expire in the month of June will qualify for the promo. But if you ask me, wisdom is profitable to direct, because if you saw that this was the terms that has been put out by the administration and you wanted to start benefiting, you should have rallied around, gathered some money and paid so that your account would extend. In fact, if possible, pay for 2 months, because it's very clear that this promo is not just going to stay for 1 month. It's already clear that the promo will extend to the month of June, and perhaps it may go further than the month of June. It is based on our progress reports by the administration that will determine if this promo will go more than the month of June. And I hope it does, because I want the community to grow as fast as possible. But that's my personal opinion. It's in the hands of the admin to decide how he wants it to go. Okay, but meanwhile, let's enjoy the promo. So individuals who have that opinion that admin should have allowed them to enjoy it for the month of May should change their minds, because it's not your mind really that matters. In this community, it is the mind of the administration. He is the one that knows best. They do say admin knows best. I can tell you the truth, yes. And the admin also listens. It's not as if he knows best and then he does it his own way. It's not an autocratic system. But admin also listens. But based on his vast years of experience, admin has had over 25 years of experience on network marketing. He has gained a vast knowledge of experience on how to deal with this space, especially in the community that he's forming. So I can say he's in a better position to say how best to drive the community. So make sure that when you see things that are not in line with what you want, conform to what the system wants. If you don't conform, then your days will be passing by. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. um, there was a place that the administration said there would be no retroactive payments. I'm trying to get that place. I'm trying to get the place. But then, if you read through, I'm trying to see if I can get it. There was a place that said there is no retroactive payment. I don't know if it's on this blog or on the previous blog, but the point is there will be no retroactive payment. So each time you miss this month, and I'm sorry, you miss a day, you can't get back that, and that's $5. $5 is something that is worthwhile. Picture a situation where you get it for 30 days. That's $150. That's quite reasonable. When you look at it in your local currency, it's quite reasonable. Even though on the dollar currency, it's also reasonable. $150 can go a long way in paying for your subscription fee for a long time. You can also exchange it for cash. All these things was put up on the blog. I don't need to go into details again and again and again. I just want to address the individuals who are complaining and are saying the administration is not fair. Well, this is how he wants it to be. The strong builders is what he wants. And he's also hoping that the strong builders will recruit fellow strong builders so that those ones will grow the community to where he wants it to be, where we are supposed to be, not just him. Because, of course, he's not just building this community for himself, he's building the community so that humanity can shelter themselves under us. When we get to the point the elites wants to take out their end game, you know what their end game is. I don't need to go into details on that. All right, so let me quickly go back to the core team and then round off on that so that we go to the next thing. So as at now, I'm summarizing, okay? I would not go step by step based on what was said in the mass adoption meeting. But if you listen to everything I've said, it is a summary of everything we talked about yesterday. Okay, I may not follow it linearly. I may follow it in will I say zigzag manner. But the summary of everything is that I am giving us what was said yesterday. So do stay with me and pay attention. All right, so the administration wants builders to see that the rotator team doubles. Now, when you sum up the core team, backup team, and the rotator team for 2022, it's less than 20,000. Now, the core team, 11,111. Backup team is 5,000, which is 16,111. When you add 16,111 to 3,000, that's about 18,000 something or 19,000 something. So it's less than 20,000. And the builders are going to continue building because that intent that the number of people paying should be more than those withdrawing, it must happen. There was a statement the administration made yesterday, and he said that he knew. Let me see if I can get back to the blog because I want to reference everything he said from the blog. And yeah, I go back to the May promo. It's the May promo that he talked about. So let's understand what the administration is talking about because he pours out his whole mind through the blog and he takes his time to choose the kinds of words he used, so that no one will turn around and begin to say this was what he said and then he didn't keep up, because they've said that several times. And he's being careful now to make sure that he says the right thing and people understand it at face value. All right, so let me see where I can get. Yes, this was where I was looking at. In January 2023, we missed the target of having 1 million members making monthly payments. And this has frustrated our ability to pay out JoyG to the match accounts. And admin had tried it before. And individuals who do not pay attention nearly spoiled our intention. In fact, they made the price of JoyG really go down because all they were doing was going to the market to swap. Even as I speak to you now, there are still builders that are not paying attention. Yes, some builders are builders possibly by coincidence. What I mean by coincidence is because they are fortunate to have two downlines who are really willing to build this thing. And their upline may not be paying attention, but is somehow active, and then he doesn't come for meetings. He does not align with what's going on in the community. And of course, when you don't go for meetings and you don't align with the system, you are expected to do what you like. And then when you go into Pancake Swap or you go into PooCoin and you go through the history of transactions, you find out that some people sell even $5, which is not supposed to do. I'm not against you selling your $5, okay? I'm against you selling it through the market. And the administration is not also happy with the fact that you are causing the price of Joy G to go down. So this is the concern. You can do with it as you like because you merited it. You were able to bring in two downlines. But how you go about it matters. Okay. So now going back to what I was saying, frustrated our ability to pay out Joy G to the match account. Now I could see that we were off track, or we were off track last year to hit the target in time, considering the activities that we put out last year. The exchange prematurely, the administration said that he put out the exchange all with the plan and hopes that we can build our membership base to 1 million active members last year. But it didn't go as expected. And in fact, it even caused the sudden collapse of our exchange. He also reassured us that when he'll be setting it up again, that it will be set up properly so that it will not have to go under again. Okay, so let's move forward. I could see that we're off track last year to hit the target in time. So to compensate, I did a triple match quadruple pay to sweeten the match offer and to extend the time to hit the targets with an additional year. I want us to understand what the mind of the administration is, because if we don't understand it, we would pick his word out of context. Now, he said that he saw that we went off track last year to hit our target of 1 million active members, which was already stated in the above first paragraph. Now, he actually foresaw that and then brought in triple match quadruple pay. Now, the people that will benefit triple match quadruple pay are the very first set of people that came in last year. And that's the people that would enjoy triple match quadruple pay. If you came in this year, triple match quadruple pay will not be in your favor. So this should be clearly stated, because some people think that they came in this year and they are supposed to get a triple match quadruple pay. Even if you came in January of this year, the triple match quadruple pay applies to the old members. Now, I want you to also understand that the administration tried to set up our equal match to withdraw earlier on, some 2 months ago or so. And when he did that, some people were, I don't know the words to use, but they didn't listen. They did their own thing. And when they did what they did, the price went down. Now, the administration is a deep thinker, so he had to review it very well and knew that the majority of people are interested in what they want to withdraw, what they want to get at the moment. They didn't think into the future, and they didn't also want to fall in line. So after deep thoughts, he came up with this promotion because he wants to use a stone to kill two birds. And what's that two birds? One, to see that those who are building the community are not sidelined. And those are the builders. Those who are building the community should be able to enjoy the benefit, not only from their bounty, but should also have a kind of, what you mean, a kind of match. The administration put out this plan in the spirit of the match. If you read through the article, you will see it. In the spirit of the match, not that it is the match, not that the $5 will come from the match wallet. No, it is from our reserves. There is somewhere in our blockchain, which I've showed you before in our previous broadcast, where he can have access. He said it in the mass adoption meeting, not yesterday, previously, that he has enough coins that he can make sure it goes round, and that if people follow instructions without selling, it can grow the number of people holding Joy G, and it creates a ripple effect, because the price of Joy G will naturally go up. And as long as it goes up, who are the people that gains? All of us. We all gain together. That's what he said. Okay. Now, when people did what they did, he had to allow it for some time and then brought up this promo so that it would encourage new members to build. It will also encourage old members to join and build, because he clearly said it here that it will extend the time to hit our target by another year. And that year is this year, 2023. So it then means that as long as we have not hit our target of 1 million active members, then the tendency of the administration opening the March wallet for us to withdraw will be far-fetched. Let me repeat myself so that you get me. If you read through this article and this particular caveat, this particular, will I say, sentence, it's making you understand that there will be double match next month. And everybody that were in the community as at last year will enjoy the double match. And if you fall into the rotator team for 2022, you would get your double match by December, but you would get your first match by June. There was a mistake from the programmers, and some people that were in the backup team found themselves on the rotator team. That will be corrected from the month of June 1st to the day June 11th. And once it's been corrected, everybody will be put where they are supposed to be. Now, I have a downline that unfortunately found himself on the rotator 22. He came into the community as at October last year, and he had consistently stayed in the community. His account never expired. So he's supposed to be on the backup team. In fact, should even be getting to the core team. But he found himself way below at the rotator team, and he was able to give a shout out, or he was able to make a complaint intelligently in the mass adoption meeting. And then with that, admin said he was going to meet with the support team so that it will be corrected. And then the individual will find himself where he's supposed to be. So this is a call for you guys to wake up and for all of us to put our hands on the deck to see how we grow. So from what I previously said, I said that those to get their triple match quadruple pay will receive it from the month of June. Those on the core team and backup team will receive their double match. And then if they are consistent through to the end of this year, they get their triple match quadruple pay by December. And then those on the rotator team will get their double by December. Now, even if you've gotten it, if we have not met our target of 1 million active members, then don't expect that the match will begin, because this principle must be obeyed. This particular principle that said large group making monthly payments, small group making withdrawals, it must play out. And the core team, backup team, and rotator team, as I speak to you, are less than 20,000. And it appears that the rotator team, core team, and some who are not paying attention on the core team and backup team are likely also going to fall off. And it's not because they can't afford it, it's because they are not paying attention, or because they have a kind of, I don't know, the mind. Because as long as I'm concerned, we've made mistakes, but those mistakes are not to discourage people, because it's a new system, and those mistakes are part of our steps to success. That simple. Okay, so this particular thing must play out. And as long as the rotator 23 has not built up to 1 million active members, then the builders are supposed to go out there and keep building. And as long as they are building, I think that the administration will also encourage them by giving them $5. And as long as that continues, I believe that people who are sitting down doing nothing will get encouraged and join the builders forum, or will join the builders team. Now, there is also something admin wants to do, which we have already seen. If we've not seen it, let me also go back to the blog so that we see it. I go to last chance. This is last chance. And last chance in 2023, which is June 2023. Prepare for last chance. Starting on June 1st and ending on June 11th, we will restore all members back to their original team they were on January 1st, 2023. All teams will be expanded as needed to do this final restoration. Okay, so that means the core team that are 11,111 will expand to be more than that. Same thing with the backup team, and then the rotator team as well. All teams will be expanded as needed to do this final restoration. Now, if you value being on a top team, on a top team, then keep up monthly payments in a timely fashion. Let me come again. If you value being on a top team, then keep up monthly payments in a timely fashion. So what the administration is trying to say is individuals that will come back to this particular team, they should make sure that they don't fall off again. Because I do not think the administration is going to repeat this same exercise. He has tried it before, and I want to think that when he did it before, people fell off so fast because there was no incentives. And at this point, there are incentives. And I'm certain that he will keep this promo throughout this month. And the likes of myself will keep getting $5 throughout this month. And I also think that I'll keep getting $5 throughout next month. If it is extended to the month of July, I would also keep getting $5. Why? Because I would keep building. You see, even though I have 2 downlines, in fact, I have over 20 downlines and they are all active. Now, if I can only bring in at least 1 or 2 downlines every month, I think I'll keep the community building. It's a project. Bringing in people to the community, I see them as a project. I have to work on them so that they are going to shift from the scarcity mindset to an abundant mindset. It's a project. If you are not able to keep someone in this community, then you are not doing your work properly. It's not enough to bring in someone and tell the person receive $5. Teach the person how this system works and let the person conform, seeing the present benefits and the future benefits. So all of us are not doing the job properly. Even though we are doing one thing or the other, let us focus and build something that is going to stand the test of time. Okay, so I want us to know that when these people come in next month, there will be more builders, because the people who will come in, they will be encouraged to build. If they have downlines and their downlines are active, then they start getting their $5 in about 24 hours from when they are restored back to the system. To me, that's a good one. And if we are having, let's say, 50 to 100 builders now, then next month we are going to have more than that. We may be having 1,000 builders or more. And if we're having those builders, it means that we are going to have more growth in the community. And admin clearly said that as long as we have not built our membership base to a substantial level, like I said, 1 million active members, we should not expect the match to begin shortly or anytime soon. Those numbers must be such that even if everyone on the core team, backup team, and rotator chooses to withdraw, it would not affect, because for everyone who withdraws, there should be 1 million people, or at least 250,000 people paying their subscription fee at every given point. That way creates balance, and it also causes rapid price recovery. This is what the mind of admin is. And if we don't achieve it, then builders will keep building and will keep getting $5. Those who choose to do nothing and then they get worn out, there is every tendency that they can fall off. And it is not the will of the admin, neither is it my will or anybody's will that you fall off. We are only asking you to make an effort to at least bring in 2 people. And those 2 people duplicate. It must happen. We are going to stop counting membership when we're 1 billion. So until we get to 1 billion, we should keep building. I hope that's clear. So finally, now all these things were part of what we discussed yesterday. Everything I'm saying were what was discussed yesterday. And then after this, I'll go into the question side. Some people asked some questions and I'll try to talk about it. So this was bounties under maintenance. I don't need to go into the details of this. Now, the intent of this was because the administration wants to see that the price of Joy G gets to a reasonable level, and then he can pay off his workers, he can pay off the programmers and all that. So I'm going to share my screen again so that we can look into the Pancake Swap and see where the price of Joy G is at the moment. So I believe you're seeing my screen now. All right. Now, the administration was the one that tanked this, and he actually withdrew 10 Joy G. If you look through the records, I don't know if the record is still available, but it was during the early hours of the morning that he did the withdrawal. He withdrew 10 Joy G, and I don't think it had, maybe it's been overridden, but I saw 10 Joy G. And it's also simple to know. If you go to the blockchain, let me go to the blockchain so that we can see it. I don't know how many of us are able to track how systems operate. I really don't know, but let me teach you guys how it's done. So this is SBC, sorry, this is Joy G blockchain. Okay, and we know admin's wallet. This is admin's wallet. So when we click on admin's wallet, it opens up. Okay, and we have good news. We are building. The builders are doing a good job. I want to say congratulations, builders. You guys are doing a good job. We are now having 6,000 members, 6,000 plus holders of Joy G. This is actually playing out in the value of our Joy G. It also helps to, hasten price recovery. If people are able to do what you call create an electric current, that electric current, I call it liquidity. If we are able to create more flux, of course, you know what that is, those who are in the science field, it can also cause the price to go up. So as more and more people are able to create, to be able to cause cash flow means you get your money, you are paid $5, you hodl your $5, and then you use it to pay for your friends or those who you involve in the community, or you pay for yourself. It will also help to ginger or build the value of Joy G. So this is the admin wallet as at now I speak with you, right? I don't know if this is the admin wallet. Yeah, this is the admin wallet, this one. And okay, so if you look into this, I think this was the most recent transaction that was carried out. I think it was this one, the most recent transaction. Let me find out. Let me go through the transaction ID. So let me click the transaction ID to check. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry, this is the transaction hash. And when you come to the transaction hash, I think I'm still sharing my screen, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think this is the transaction hash. I want to get something. I'm not able to get everything, right? Okay, but I was able to get something. What was I able to get? That was it this one? No, this was from this to this. It was wallet to wallet transaction. I don't think this was it. And a value of $10,000. I don't think this was it. Let me go back and check. I'm trying to get it. Hold on. I'm trying to get it. This was 3 hours. Yeah, this is the most recent one available. This was 6 days. Okay, this was 6 days ago. And I saw that the administration swapped, Joy G to BNB. And 3 hours ago was about 3 something. Very good. This was the time, 3:09, about that time. So I think this was the transaction. Before this transaction, there hasn't been any other transaction. So the transaction hash is this. And looking at this, the amount he transacted was about 10,000. So what I'm actually trying to drive at is why the price of our PooCoin went down. Sorry, the chart. Why the chart went down. Let's go back to the chart. Now, this is the chart. So when you look down, this was it. So it was about a 10,000 transaction. It was 10 Joy G. The transaction was there when I saw it, and after he did it, some other people started swapping. And this was what the administration warned us about, that we should not do it. We should allow the price to recover. Well, we are human beings, and the most difficult set of people to control or to manage, let me not say control, are us human beings, because we are like gods. But I think it's more noble for people to obey. It's better for people to follow instructions. Nonetheless, the price of Joy G will recover. It will recover back to 2,700 or more today, because builders will keep building, and that will only keep the price moving up. And if individuals are selling, it's to their detriment. Now, you may not understand why I say so now. You will understand it later. If you can't learn how the system works, you are shooting yourself on the leg, and it's to your detriment. You are going to understand later, not now. But nonetheless, admin's intent is to see that we build our membership growth until we're about 1 million. And then when we are 1 million, we now are sure that we have enough people who are making payments versus those who will want to withdraw. And at that point, the rapid price recovery would have, been kicked into action, so that if as many people withdraw, in a matter of minutes, it will recover. And it's in the hand of the builders to make this happen. If the builders choose to do nothing, then we are not going to go anywhere. But I think that the builders are going to build. I think that we can build our membership base this year for those on the Rotator 23 to about 10,000. If we can make efforts, even if we can bring in 2 people each, the number of people on the core team, backup team, and rotator team are enough to cause the number of people that are going to be on the Rotator 23 to get to 50,000 before the end of this month, if they bring in 2 people each. But the truth is that less than 10% are the ones building. So let's move into next month. Let's make a foresight into next month. Now, next month, let's assume that admin restores back everybody. And of course, even though he restores back everybody, some people's mind is already diluted. Some people have already given up on this project. So even if he brings them back, they will still fall off, which is fine, we know. But then we will still build, because there will be people that he will bring back that will become builders. Let's say those people are going to be about 15% of it. And when you sum up 55,000 plus, let's say that we get to 10,000 before the end of this month, everything will sum up to about 65,000 total number of active members as at June 1st. But the truth is that all of them will not build. We're looking at about 20% of them building. Now, if you say 65%, 65,000, 25%, 20% of them will be about 12,000, around 12,000 or so. I'm just using that as a random number. I didn't do any calculation, okay? But then let's say there are 12,000 people who start building from next month. Now, if there are 12,000 people building, and we do a quick one, 12,000 people bringing in people to the community, they bring in 2 people each. So that means within the first week, we would increase by about 24,000. I'm making an instance, okay? And I'm just using a weekly thing, because I'm sure that some people can duplicate 2 or 3 times in a week. But let's say in 1 week, 2 people, which is 24,000. Now, the following week, we duplicate again, 2 people, we get to 48,000, okay? Now, the third week, we duplicate again, we're getting 96,000. And then by the end of the month, we duplicate again, we'll be getting 192,000. So if we are able to do good duplication, 20% alone, we're having 192,000. But I can say that we would get to more than 192,000 before the end of next month. Another thing that we should take note of is we are filling out the Rotator 22 team. Rotator team, that's the core team, backup team, and rotator. Even though they are Rotator 22, Rotator 23, they are the same thing. Okay, so we are filling out those numbers, and once those numbers are filled out, then the administrators has been filled out. The next level will start filling out are going to be the billionaire team. And I would encourage each and every one of us to strive to be on the Rotator 22 or 23 team. Please do your best to be these teams, because these teams are those that will enjoy the juice, the biggest juice in the community. Now, billionaires would also have their own juice, but the truth is, by making a payment, you are not going to get anything. The billionaires will be seen as the first set of builders. I mean, employees, kind of, because those who would coordinate the activities around the world are the administrators. So the first set of employees who will be paid handsomely well will be the billionaires. And then the millionaires will also be part of it, because those ones will create jobs, and then we'll bring in employees, and then activities will happen, and then the real liquidity will come from us, those who have GGR, because GGR is going to be the system that will be used to fund our economy in the merchant adoption phase and all that. So I want us to build. The bottom line of everything the administration was saying is everybody build. Now, the last thing I'll talk about before I go into maybe questions was what the admin was going to do next month. I've already said it, but let me say it again. He said the promotion will continue next month. Now, let me go back to the last article and let's read it together. The one that talked about this one, bounties on maintenance. I won't read everything, okay? But I just want us to see what I want us to see. Let me start from here. Currently, I'll begin from here. Currently, we have put payment requests for bounties under maintenance to assist the price of Joygy to climb. And of course, it climbed very fast, and the administration had to take advantage of it to pay the staffs and then the programmers and a whole lot. Please put in perspective that we are going to move into a better system this year. We are going to move out of Kringle.cash into a better system. So the administration is not just withdrawing the money to consume on himself. He's using it to build a better foundation for us. So please put that in perspective, because some people are asking, why would administration swap 10 Joygy? See, understand that it is to our best interests, okay? Now, let me continue. Let me assure everyone that all bounties will be paid before the end of the month, as has always been the case. Now, the need for the higher price of Joygy will help to maintain fast recovery of the price when the bills needs to be paid, which he actually did some few hours ago. Now, bills are paid weekly to cover the entire operation of SBC community, which I've earlier on said. The higher Joygy price benefits all. Putting bounties under maintenance from time to time is a lever to make the $5 daily builder promo a success. Now, in the end, builders and bounty collectors, listen to this content. In the end, builders and bounty collectors will be happy to collect all that is offered in the month of May or in this May promo. So this is streamlined to only builders in the community. Builders are not just builders, strong builders. Strong builders are those that don't pay 1 month. They pay at least 2 months, at least. Because this promo that is running, which will also spill into the month of June, will require that throughout the month of June, your account is active. So don't wait till you enter the month of June. If you decide to renew it in the month of June, it means you may skip your $5 reward, because it may take 24 hours to activate. So you should make sure that in the month of May, your account is active, so that when you move into the month of June, you are also active, and then you enjoy a full $150 payment. For myself, I'm paying on a yearly basis, and I continue paying yearly basis. I renew my subscription fee 3 months to the expiration of my account. That's how I am, and that's how I apply to everything of my life. And I also hope that we have that mindset, because if you wait for last minute may not work in your favor. Okay, so let's conclude. We hope to continue making a similar offer in June. So this is now clearly said. We hope to continue making a similar offer in June. So the admin is actually making us understand that the promo will also move into the month of June, all things being equal. Okay, The objective is to quickly build a larger group that makes payments against a smaller group making withdrawals, which satisfy our match offer. Now, he is using all his language to tell us the same thing. The match offer will play out when we have a large number, which I have said, and he has also said in his previous blogs, 1 million active members. And it is in our hands to make it happen. One thing is sure, the incentives are going to be there to keep us happy. As long as that incentives are there, I also hope that the community will grow naturally, and at some point it starts growing exponentially. And when it gets to exponential growth, all of us are going to be happy. I hope you become a builder today. Okay, builders deserve a reward for their efforts to reach these objectives. So admin is saying, builders, come in and build. If you are not a builder, please work hard to become a builder. Don't be a deceitful builder. There are deceitful builders. Deceitful builders are people that would only bring in 2 people and then would complete the cycle and then start receiving the $5, and you would not tell your 2 people to duplicate. That's a deceitful builder. It's better you don't even start at all than for you to start receiving that money and then you just leave it at that level. It's not a good one. Please grow the community. That's what we want. And make sure that those who will be coming in going forward are having the builder mindset. Strong builder mindset. Strong builder mindset. I hope you understand my narrative. So on this note, this is the summary of the mass adoption meeting. Now let's go into the questions that were asked in the next few minutes. Some people came in lamenting, and they lamented that the administration should please help us, and he talked about the fact that the buybacks, they've not received it, and that there are a whole lot of responsibilities to attend to, such as paying the children's school fees and maybe other things. So he asked the administration, in fact, he craved his indulgence to please help them to release the buyback. Now, the administration said, noted, and I would put it under my archive, under consideration. But now, the administration deliberately said something at the end of the meeting. And what was it? He said clearly that the promo will continue at least to the month of June. He also said that he would release the bounties when necessary at the end of the month or so that the builders can receive their reward and continue building. So what it actually meant was that the question that the other individual asked will be put into future review. Now, some other people came in with the mind that the administration should suspend the bounty for a while so that those who have the money in the buybacks, they can receive their money and use it to attend to some things. The administration also said noted, and it will be put under his archive for future review. But let me also make you understand something. If these builders build and some people bring in 10 people, some 20, some are bringing in a good number of people to the community, I must tell you the truth. You may not know them, but some people behind the scenes are building. Now, how will you feel if after building for a whole month, they don't get their bounties? Do you think the community will continue building the following months? If you ask me, the answer is no. Now, I don't mean to offend those ones who wants to get their buybacks, because I haven't gotten my buyback as well, okay? And the administration said about 80% of buybacks has been paid off. So the ones who are there are maybe those who have a large chunk of it, and I happen to be among them. So I understand the situation of things, and I'm ready to hold on for a while, because if the builders build and they build fast, there will be enough revenue to be able to settle the buybacks, settle the staking. Some people also came up, a particular individual, I think his name was Abbas, he also talked about the staking. What's the fate of the staking? The administration said that right from when you put in the money, and then he said he had put in $1,000 because that's the highest. And that what's the fate of the staking, because he has not been able to see anything going on the staking. The administration said, be rest assured that you will get your staking once we've built our numbers and then we have enough revenue, and that you'll be left with the choice of withdrawing everything if you want to, or withdrawing your interest. It's your choice. But be rest assured that every blessed month you are getting your interest of 10%, and that all of us are in this together, okay? And all of us will work out of it together. It's a collective thing. It's a community. It's a community thing. Some people are thinking that the admin is God and that the admin knows everything. No, that's not it. The admin is just like you and I. The only thing is that he's blessed with wisdom from our creator to be able to run this organization, okay? And he's running the organization not alone, with us through the mass adoption meeting. So don't think that your suggestions will just go by the side. No, but because of his oversight understanding, he knows when to do what he's doing. I know some of us are hot because we didn't see this, and the administration told us that we can get back our money. He all said it in good faith, but it didn't go out as planned. So don't get angry with the administration. Do not see him as someone who wants to swindle you or take advantage of you. No, he actually did it in good faith. And I'm also sorry because I also fell into that category, but I know that it's a phase we are going to all come out of within the shortest possible time, okay? So a lot of other people made their contributions, asked their questions, and they were giving feedback accordingly. But the very two that I took note of were individuals that talked about buyback. And the admin said the builders must build themselves and build and duplicate so that we should be able to settle them, and then they also get their $5, and then they are happy and they're able to duplicate the likes of themselves until we've built our membership base to 1 million active members. And we also hope that this 1 million active members will also be builders. And if this is going to be, then that means we can build to our community into 1 billion within the shortest possible time. So we have streamlined the kind of people we are bringing to the community now, not only to those who have the financial strength, but to those who are also able to build. So you must be a strong builder. Strong builders are those who will pay way ahead of time and will have the morale, the confidence, the will to tell some other people to join the community for the benefit of themselves and for the benefit of humanity at large. So on this note, I want to stop. I believe I've been able to do a good summary of the mass adoption meeting yesterday. So let's quickly go to questions and see those who wants to ask their questions. All right. So, wow, 57. Brother, thank you very much. That is Matthias. Good morning, Ambassador, for the good work. I do appreciate. And beloved sister, Madam Benedicto, thanks for the updates. Good morning, Councillor Augustine. Thanks for the endless support towards our wealth. All right, you're very welcome. Good morning, sir. Thanks for the work. Thank you very much. Now, someone is asking a question. Is this May promo ending on 31st May or the day you started receiving $5? The promo is not ending on 31st May, okay? And it will continue running. Your $5 will continue. It will continue running as long as we have not built our membership base. Admin wants to fulfill that thing on that chart or on that poster, which says that the number of people paying should be more than those withdrawing. We must achieve that, and it's in the hand of the builders to make it happen. So the promo will continue for a while, okay? It will run into the month of June. And if we do a good job in the month of June, beautiful. It may run into the month of July. I don't know, okay? I want it to run into the month of July, but I am just an individual, and the admin has oversight of how it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to be. I hope we are able to build as fast as possible. That's what matters the most. All right. I hope I answered your question, beloved sister. Thanks, my ambassador. Keep up the good work. You're welcome. So if there is anyone who have their own personal questions to ask within the next few minutes, do well to ask your questions. But I'm trying my best to see that the community is carried along. I must tell you, it's not an easy task. You know, it's a concept of responsibility. If you can be responsible enough, you can make this community happen. It hasn't been easy, and it wouldn't be easy, but then it's possible. The point is it's possible. And we are looking at the finest. Those who would oversee this community are going to be the finest. The finest are the strong builders. Those are the finest. So on this note, I'll be bringing this meeting now to a close. And thank you for those who have stayed on till this point. It's a pleasure having you. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, So till I'll be coming your way again some other time. Cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.